The Young Bucks defeated two jobbers. The hook has been unhooked. We had a street fight featuring a guy, Kota Ibushi, that looks like he belongs in an all-you-can-eat Japanese buffet. And speaking of all-you-can-eat, Sky Blue's ass just continues to get bigger and bigger, guys. It's AEW Dynamite for the 15th of November. 2023, and I'm actually watching this on my birthday. I had to watch this show on my birthday. What a horrible birthday present this was. 2 hours of Dynamite, all you can eat, and I didn't want to eat any of it. Apart from Sky Blue, this show was not good. But it's never good, so I can't say I'm disappointed. Can't say I'm heartbroken. Can't say that I am sitting here feeling let down, because honestly it was just your usual AEW show. So we kick off with Jon Moxley and Wheeler Yuta taking on Orange Cassidy and Hook. Honestly, I'm not sure how Jon Moxley has went from being AEW's top guy, someone that looked almost undefeatable, and now he's in a feud with a toothpick called Orange Cassidy. I cannot believe that. Jon Moxley's stock has dropped big time over the past year. And then we had Hook, who's been pretty much unstoppable since coming in, just because he's Taz's son. He's getting booked like a badass, but he's just bad. He lost to the seatbelt. I mean, Wheeler Yuta puts in this like not a pin in submission, it's just like a pin, like an octopus stretch kind of pin. And I guess it's called the seatbelt, and he wins via the seatbelt, and it's just like a pin in variation. It's a variation of a pin, and that's how he beats Hook. Kinda embarrassing right there. Moxley takes the mic and says that Cassidy is nothing and never will be anything, and he says at Full Gear he's going to take his belt back. We then had Swerve and Hangman Page have a confrontation, but they can't fight anybody. They're not allowed to touch each other, so instead we just get Hangman attack Prince Nana. So yeah, who cares? They're wasting a street fight on these two at the pay-per-view. I'm not interested in the slightest. We had Lex in here with Roderick Strong in the Kingdom. Roddy wants to know who the devil is. He said it's time to call Adam Cole on FaceTime. We're going to find out who the devil is, I guess, at the pay-per-view, but not right now, because Cole wants to know if Roddy is actually the devil. Who is the devil? I don't care. Some people are saying it's CM Punk. I don't think it's going to be CM Punk. If it was CM Punk, why would you have him in a mask? I mean, it just makes no sense. You're going to have CM Punk, bring him back. Don't dress him up in a mask. But I don't think it is him. It'd probably be someone new that AEW is bringing in. Match number 2, we had Red Velvet versus Sky Blue. 2 pretty hot chicks wrestling. Sky Blue with the win, and she's going to be added to the triple threat match with Julia Hart and Chris Statlander this Saturday. So yeah, chance for Sky Blue to win some championship gold. Would the belt fit round her big fat ass? So that is the question. I don't know. I'm not too sure. She might need to get that belt enlarged to make it fit. Then we had Miro say that CJ Perry is bringing in the Storm. Even though he loves the woman, Miro says CJ doesn't belong, doesn't bring out the worst out of herself. She brings out the worst out of Miro. And then Daniel Garcia should pray to God, as Miro will make him pay on Collision. So it's going to be Miro versus Daniel Garcia. Daniel Garcia, another bum, another guy that's going nowhere. He does these little dance moves where he like thrusts his hips. That's the only thing the guy's got going for him. He fucking sucks. We had Samoa Joe taking on some guy called John Cruz, and honestly, this Samoa Joe cruised this match. This was the definition of an absolute jobber. He looked like a skinny guy from the 80s with like a bad mullet and a mustache. I mean, this guy wasn't very good. Joe wins, and then he says that MJF needs to accept his offer. So Joe is offered to be MJF's tag team partner for the Ring of Honor tag team title match, as long as Joe gets a shot. I believe that's the offer Joe's making. Joe's willing to team up with MJF as long as he gets an all-elite World Heavyweight Championship shot. Interesting. I don't know. Joe, is he going to be the next champ? I guess we'll find out. Then it was the Young Bucks versus Penta, El Ciro, Miedo, and Commander. The Young Bucks win. Who's surprised? Absolutely nobody. The Young Bucks cheated in this one. They hit a low blow as well, so I guess the Young Bucks have turned heel. Just a car crash match. I mean, no psychology. Just guys that can't sell, guys that can't work. People say the Young Bucks are great wrestlers. Just watch this match, man. There's nothing great about this. This ain't fucking wrestling. This is just 4 guys doing gymnasts and flips. That's all it is. I mean, that's all it is. I mean, this match the show should get a -10 for this match alone. We had Lexi in there with the Young Bucks backstage. Matt says no, they don't care what anyone thinks anymore, and says to Omega, let's keep it clean on Saturday. And they said that their heat isn't with Omega. And then Jericho comes in and calls them childish jackasses, and Matt then takes a shot at Jericho from behind. Security breaks up the fight. Then it was the Gun Club. They take on Peter Avalon and some other guy, and I think the match finishes in like 30 seconds. Honest to God, what the fuck was this? This is another jobber match. The Guns win, who cares? We get, after this, Wardlow is pissed off. He says he'll make the devil his bitch, so Wardlow's getting pushed again, but who cares? The guy's had his chance and he hasn't really taken it. He's fallen from grace. I remember he had the big feud with MJF. He was MJF's security guy, bodyguard, and then he faced MJF in that feud, but since then Wardlow's went absolutely nowhere. Then we got the Dragon Street fight. The Don Callis family versus Jericho, Omega, the debuting Kota Ibushi, and Paul White. So we get some Japanese guy, a big 500-foot tall, angry old giant in Paul White, a midlife crisis Chris Jericho, and then a bum called Kenny Omega, who's pretty much spent his whole career in Japan not drawing a single dime to the American audience. And this was just a street fight all over the place. I thought they were saving this for the pay-per-view, but I forgot that the pay-per-view only has people that Tony Khan likes, and the Don Callis family are fucking bums, so they ain't going to be on it. But yeah, Jericho and Kenny Omega teaming up for whatever reason. Teamed up tonight with Ibushi and Paul White. They got the win. One-winged angel to Cage, and that was it. It's all over. Brian Cage eats the pinfall, and it's a win for Jericho, Omega, Ibushi, and Paul White. And then after this, MJF came out. MJF says that he's not worried about his past anymore. He's not going to let that hold him back to be the guy that he wants to be. He says he apologises that the Acclaimed and Adam Cole have been caught in the crossfire that was MJF's life, and he is sorry for that. But MJF says he only wants to be a world champion, and he's tried to make that his life dream, to become a champ, and now he is a champ. He's not going to let anybody down. He's going to be MJF, and he says that Jay White doesn't have what it takes to take the title off MJF. Neither does anybody else in the company. And MJF says that he will have this title for as long as he wants. And then we get the Bullet Club come out. Jay White says that MJF is embarrassing himself and he needs to embrace his villainy. And I agree. MJF, why is he turned into this babyface all of a sudden? I think the whole feud with Adam Cole is fucking ruined MJF. This guy was the devil. This guy was a heel. And now he's thrown years of his heel gimmick down the drain just to be a good guy and have this good character. And it's not very entertaining at all. It's not believable. He worked so hard on being a heel. He was like only one of the believable heels in wrestling, and they've thrown it away for a stupid comedy face run with Adam Cole as a tag team champion. I don't get that. White says MJF's days as the official world champion are numbered, and he's got 2 words for him: get him. And then we get Juice and the Guns. They jump MJF and they all beat him up and shit like this, and it was pretty lackluster. Look, guys, I didn't think this was a good show. I'm going to get a 1 out of 10. Why is it not getting a 0? Honestly, I don't know. Sky Blue's ass, that's why. No Christian Cage tonight. No Edge tonight. No Adam Copeland. No Ric Flair. It's been lackluster. Since Edge came in, he's not been promoted on every show. He's not been on every show. He kind of just randomly appears on some shows. One week he'll appear on Dynamite. Next week he'll appear on Collision. There seems to be no structure. There's no schedule for the big stars, and to me that's when AEW is going wrong. We should know what we're getting, and what we got tonight wasn't very good. So yeah, I'm going to get a 1 out of 10. Not a lot else to add, guys. I never really enjoyed this show, and I didn't enjoy it anymore tonight. Poor for AEW. And seeing Kota Ibushi on a bicycle is like, really? We're signing this guy for Japan on a fucking bike, and he's supposed to be the saving grace. This is the guy that's going to win the war and make AEW better than WWE. Are you shitting me? Take that bike, mate, and fucking ride it back to Japan. That's where you belong. You're not a star. You will never be a star. And yeah, this company absolutely sucks. So yeah, that's it. Catch you in the next one. Leave your thoughts down below. I'm giving this a 1 out of 10. And by the way, How much of a midlife crisis is Jericho going through? Just look at him in the shirt and he's flabby in the hair. I mean, the guy looks like a drunk. The guy looks like an alcoholic. Someone that just can't stop drinking. Someone that's lost his family. I mean, Chris Jericho looks like a fucking mess. This doesn't look like a star anymore. Legit looks like some guy that is struggling in life. So, yeah, that's my thoughts. Catch you in the next one. Peace.